Good day, everyone. I just wanted to share how I make my egg sauce. No offense to the chefs at home. I just thought to share. So here I have my tomatoes, my pepper, green pepper, eggs. This is smoked sausage. I always wash my sausage before I dice them, so please don't ask me why I do that, but I always wash my sausage. And this is diced onions. And for spices, I'll be using oregano, multi-purpose spice, curry powder, and salt. There is no vegetable oil here, obviously, but we'll be using vegetable oil. So let's start. So in a pan, add your oil. I use a little bit of oil. What I do, I just swirl the oil around the pan. Just a bit of oil will do, but do you. To the oil, I'll add my onion. Now I'll add my smoked sausage. In goes my grounded pepper. I'm going to saute this for a bit. I want my sausage to cook through before I add my tomatoes. So I'm going to saute this for a bit. So I've been sauteing this now for the past let's say 10 minutes. I'll add my tomatoes now. In goes my tomatoes. Now it's stir. For my egg sauce, I like my vegetables to be very visible. I like it to be very visible. That's why I have my tomatoes chopped this way. I like them very visible because I'll be pairing my egg sauce with yam. So I like my vegetables to be very visible. But if you don't like this, because I find out that when I dice them to be very small, by the time I'm done frying, it becomes too should I say soggy? Soggy should be a wrong word, but I just like my vegetables visible. But if you don't like yours visible, you can either pulse your tomatoes in your blender, or better still, you can use your food processor to blend your tomatoes. That will give you a finer texture, like something smaller than what you're seeing now. So whatever rocks your boat, you can do, but this is how I like mine. So I'm going to fry this for a bit before spicing my egg sauce. So I just remembered that I forgot to add, I'm also using Knorr chicken seasoning. I forgot to add that. Yeah, so I'm still frying my tomatoes. I'm going to fry it until the water is dry. I'm going to fry it until the water is out of the tomatoes. Not frying it completely like I'm making stew, because I don't want it to fry through completely. But whatever way you like your tomatoes, I don't like to fry my own completely. I just let the water dry out a bit before I start spicing. Yeah. So it's time for me to add my seasoning. I'll be adding my seasoning cube. My oregano. Little curry powder, just very little. And my multi-purpose spice. I know some use just curry and salt, but I like my egg sauce with a bit of spice. So whatever you can try out the spices I used, or you can just stick to what you use. Yeah. And I'll also add a bit of salt. Now, something to note, the sausage I use, the smoked sausage I use, has a bit of salt in it. So be very careful when adding salt to your egg sauce if you are going to use the smoked sausage. Now I'll be adding my green pepper. I'm going to toss everything together and let it continue frying. Now I'm going to taste for salt and be sure that everything is well balanced. The salt is okay, everything is fine. So I'll just fry for a bit and add my eggs. I want my green peppers to still be very crunchy, so I'll add my eggs. So now it's time for me to add my eggs. I'll allow it to foam a bit, to cake for a bit before stirring. So now my eggs have formed. I'm going to stir gently. I don't like a lot of eggs in my sauce, so that I always go for more sausage and less of eggs. Please don't ask me why. That's just my personal choice. And if you notice, look at our pan is dry. So if you like to use too much oil, it's up to you, but for me, I don't. I ensure I'm using a non-stick pan so I can use less oil. So my egg sauce is ready and it tastes amazing. You need to try it out. You need to try out my recipe. The taste is out of this world. So thank you very much for cooking with me today, and I hope to do more. So I'll just turn off the heat at this point. The egg sauce is ready. Can you see the heat? It's ready, and the taste is very delicious. Please try it and let me see how yours turns out. Thank you very much. Bye.